Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing out there? Sorry for the double notification stream alert on YouTube. I forgot to change the latency on YouTube down to, or up to normal latency, because I think that one of the issues that we've been having with buffering has been because I had my latency on ultra low latency on YouTube, so I had to restart the stream because they don't let you change that while you're streaming for some reason. But yeah, so it's all good now. Hey John, how you doing? But yeah, so like there might be a bit of a delay between when I say something and when you see it. So like there might be a bit of a delay between like the video and the chat. But there should be less buffering, which sounds like counterintuitive. But yeah, there should be less buffering, but there will just be a bit of a delay between, it won't be as in real time with my responses to the chat. Anyway, that's some behind the scenes for you. I did just want to quickly share a big brain moment for me, another behind the scenes thing. For these co-working streams, I've been using Spotify playlists that have said copyright-free music safe to use on streams. Lies. Lies. Quite a few of these have been flagged for copyrighted music. So I was just like, I don't know, like, do we just sit here in silence for 2 hours? Like, I didn't know what to do. But then I had a thought, which was, why don't I download a bunch of music from YouTube that I know for sure is copyright free? I believe they pay the artists to make music to have a YouTube studio for YouTubers to use in their videos for free and copyright free. And I've used a bunch of their music in my other videos. So I downloaded a bunch of those and made my own playlist on iTunes, and that's what we will use. So we shouldn't have any issue moving forward. And I just felt very, very smart for thinking of that. So that was a big win for me today. Big win, big win. I mean, we'll see. Who knows? Could still get flagged. I don't know. It should be fine though. Anyway, hey Ian, how you doing? Thank you for stopping and saying hello. Yeah, I'm sure it's the morning time for a lot of you out there. It is the nighttime for me, 9 p.m. here. And so yeah, so this is a co-working stream. So we are going to be working today. I'm going to be working, and I'm just going to be, like I mentioned, that music that I was just talking about. While I'm going to be working, I'm going to be just playing some chill music. And so you're welcome to also work on whatever you want to work on. We have our timer right here. And so we'll work for an hour, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll work for another hour. So feel free to, chat with me in the chat while we're working. I'll respond to things when I can. I am going to, it's right here. I am going to be writing and sending my weekly newsletter. If I'm able to finish that before the end of the 2 hours, which I feel like I will, I am going to finish making a digital prototype that I have been slightly putting off. It is for a party game that I made over a year ago, and I was really happy with it, and I submitted it for a contest. It didn't win at the contest, but the publisher who ran the contest was like, all right, your game didn't win, but can you send us a physical prototype? We're interested in playing it. And I was like, okay, so you liked it enough to want a physical prototype, but not enough to win. I made them a prototype. I mailed it to them. And then like 4 months later, they sent it back. It was a no. And I was just like a bit, I don't know, disappointed and kind of burnt out and just forgot about it. And then like a couple weeks ago, I remembered it for some reason. I think because I had an idea for another party game. And I was like, wait a minute, that's exactly like that other game that I made last year, which I completely forgot about. So I'm going to revive it and send it out to some other publishers and see what they think. So that is I really need to finish that. So we'll see. A few other things I wanted to just quickly mention before we start, and we'll start very, very soon. I won't be streaming for the next couple of weeks. My friend Anna is coming to visit me in Vietnam, which I'm so excited about. So I am going to be, offline for that week that she's here. So I won't be streaming for that week. So by the time I get back to streaming, it will be like 2 weeks from now. But I just don't know with the things the places I'm going to be traveling, the things I'm doing, I just don't know if I'll be able to stream until I'm back in Canada, realistically, unfortunately. So this might possibly be the last co-working stream for a month. I'll see if I can try to still stream. It just depends on the Wi-Fi, and it depends where I am and whatever. So yeah, just wanted to let you know I might not be streaming for the next 2 weeks or possibly 4 weeks, but yeah. And that includes the Friday night stream, the Friday night gaming stream as well. I just wanted to quickly mention that I finished judging the games that I was sent for Cardboard Edison. And so that was 15 games, and I don't have the capacity to do any more. But I just have to say that the quality of the rules was so much better than last year. They were a lot more concise, a lot of visuals. I was very happily surprised. Like I think there was one, 20 pager, but most of them were between like 2 and 8, which was amazing. And one of them was a bit longer, but it was a heavier game, but it was still very, very well done. So thank you so much to everyone who put in the time to really make the rule books easy to follow, lots of visuals. So yeah, I can see you put in a lot of work for like the 15 games that I did. So thank you for that. One of them I think has a chance to be a finalist. Another one I actually really enjoyed it as well. I think, maybe 2 of them might move on to the next round. We will have to see. But I'm done with that now. But that was very cool. I will also mention that my game Blob Party, it was just announced that there is a More Stuff expansion that will be coming out in Q2. So I guess the spring sometime. So I'll just share the pre-order link in the chat if that interests you, if you want to check that out at all. Here. Check out the expansion for my game Blob Party. Yeah. Okay, I'll just copy that over to Twitch. Hey, Puffin. Hey, Corthane. Me and Corthane are playing, what are we? Are we playing Sea Salt and Pepper? Sea Salt and Pepper. Sea Salt and Paper. Corthane. And yeah, I think that's what we're playing. And then I'm playing Wingspan with Clercustus. Hey, bald guy. I made a blunder, but I was like, I've only played Sea Salt and Paper one other time, and it was a few years ago, so I don't fully remember how to play. But I made a pretty bad blunder where I did the whole last chance thing where I was like, I could have just ended it and possibly won, but I decided to do the last chance thing, and I did not have more points than Corthane, and they won. So they are winning currently. Okay, so yeah, Wingspan, which I also, to be honest, I don't know super well either. I have played it a few times, but I'm no expert at all, and don't remember a ton of the rules or the strategy. I'm just kind of going with the flow, and we'll see how it goes for me. I don't think I've ever won at Wingspan. I don't think I've ever won at Wingspan. But yeah, if you want to play a game with me on Board Game Arena, my name is Pam Jam, double M's on both. So feel free to send me a friend request and then send me a request to any game you want to play. I'm pretty much down for whatever. I'll learn how to play whatever. I think I currently have 6 games going on right now, which is the most I've ever had going on at the same time, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I will, Corthane. Corthane also almost had 4 mermaids, and that's an insta win on Sea Salt and... Is it Sea Salt and Paper? That's the name, right? Sea Salt and Paper. But yeah, I'm playing Viticulture, Wingspan, Sea Salt and Paper, and Castles of Burgundy, and Castles of Burgundy. What's my 6? Maybe I'm just playing 5 right now. Okay. Cool. Well, it seems like the chat isn't that laggy. Isn't that far behind. So that's very exciting. Yeah, I like to shoot the moon as well for stuff like that. If you have even 2 mermaids and then you get 3 mermaids, like absolutely go for it. Although I saw in one BGG forum about Sea Salt and Paper, they were saying that someone was saying like I've played this game 75 times and only once have I seen someone win with mermaids. I think it's pretty rare, but I would go for it for sure. But I was looking it up on BGG because I could not figure out what the little freaking symbols are next to, like, you know, this is the symbol for what this card gives you. And right next to it, I'll show you what I'm talking about, because if someone out there can tell me what I looked everywhere. I cannot find an answer anywhere. Here, let me show you just super quick, and then I'll stop procrastinating, and then I'll start working. Okay, let me just show you my screen. Okay, and yes, you will see the chats. This is just how it is with one monitor. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I have a guess of what it is, but it would be really cool if it said somewhere what it is. This thing. What is this? This is saying, you know, if the swimmer has a shark, do this thing. What is this? And my guess is that it's some sort of origami instruction. But nowhere in the rules does it say what is this? Nowhere in the rules, nowhere in any forum of this game does anyone have any questions about what this thing is. Color indicator. Color indicator. I swear in the rules. Well, no worries, Puffin. Turn-based games on BJ is game changer for me. Get way more games played that way than versus real time. Yeah, totally, Marcus. Yeah, it's super fun. Especially when you can get a lot going. If you just have one and you're waiting like days for the person to make their move, it can be a little boring. But if you have multiple, then yeah, it's definitely, I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm getting way more games than I'm a little slow. I'm a little behind on updating my BG stats. That's like an app I have to track my plays. But you can just go into the history of your like, what is this? Anyway, go into the history of your plays on BGA and then just add it to BG stats. Although I wonder if you can connect BGA to BG stats and can it just update automatically? That would be nice. But anyway, if anyone knows, like, what is that and what is that? I'm guessing it's origami instructions. But yeah, I guess it could be color indicator, but that's not mentioned anywhere in the rule book. Color ADD, what does that mean? Color ADD. Oh, like, oh, so it's for people who are colorblind. Well, that would be helpful if they included it in the rules so people who are colorblind could know that that's what that is. And why does it... why couldn't it just be something like easy to understand that that's what that is? Like, anyway, thank you. Thank you, Corthane. Okay, sorry, that was really bothering me, so I appreciate you explaining that to me. Okay, so I'm gonna, BG and BG stats do now connect or do not connect? I'm gonna assume you meant not connect. Okay, I'm going to stop procrastinating. I've already eaten into 10 minutes of our work time. I'm going to send this newsletter. I'll quickly share the newsletter sign up email. If you are interested in getting this newsletter that I am about to write and send out, I'll very quickly share that in the chat. Okay. And also, feel free to share in the chat what you would like to work on today. Ruel said something about it months ago, but on 3 sips of coffee, my brain's not active yet. What about connecting BGA to BG stats? Okay. I'm going to focus now. I will be available in the chat. Feel free to send messages there. And I will see you in 49 minutes. Best of luck, friends.
Huh.
Okie dokie. That's the end of the first hour. I did not get as much done as I thought I would. I was being a little bit of a chatty Cathy, rather than writing my newsletter. But thank you everyone for your ideas for what I should write in this week's newsletter. I think I will talk about my current obsession with Board Game Arena. And yeah, just about how it's just fun, but then also as a designer, it's such a great way to be exposed to so many different kinds of games. And just as a designer, how important it is to play as many different types of games as possible. And also, you know, playing games multiple times and really seeing like the strategies and like the top games, playing them multiple times to really see just how brilliant these designs are, that you can play them over and over and over and not get tired of them and have different strategies and, you know, all those great things. So I think I'll do that. That sounds fun. No worries, Puffin. Some of the ideas were, and I will write these down because they were very good. Derek suggested I could talk about sort of some of the apps that I use as a designer. So Dexterous has now entered the chat. Tabletopia, Affinity Designer. Although I've been using that more just to design elements for my mobile game. I don't know how relevant it'll be for me for my board games, but for people who self-publish, I could see it being helpful. Google Drive and like things like that. So it could be like, yeah, my designer app tool kit. That was a great idea. Yeah, Valen was like, talk about a game mechanic you don't like. That's how I get inspiration to try and design a version of a mechanic I would play. That would be an interesting exercise to kind of talk about, you know, player elimination. How I would maybe design a game where I wouldn't mind having that. Although I think games like King of Tokyo do that very well. You just have to make the game very fast-paced so that players aren't waiting very long before they can get back in. But that's a cool idea for sure. Some of the other ones were... Oh, just talking about like player agency and how important that is in design. And then I was like, oh, maybe I could talk about being, you know, the games that I judged as a Cardboard Edison judge, and just about some of the things that I saw as potential like sort of issues in the game. So we basically had to write what is the strongest aspect of the game, what's the weakest aspect of the game, and I could maybe talk about some of the strong things I saw in games and some of the weaker things I saw in games. So actually, maybe I will talk about that instead, because that is like topical. I don't know, because player agency did come up in one of the games that I judged, where I just felt like I could see it feeling like the game was playing you rather than you're playing the game, with a lot of rule changes and a lot of things you can't really control, and the, you know, things changing very often, things like that. So yeah, I might do that one instead, just because it's so relevant with Cardboard Edison happening right now. If you don't know, Cardboard Edison is a contest, a game design contest. So a bunch of people submitted their games, their board games, and they submitted a video and the rules, and then me and a bunch of other judges read over the rules, watched the video, and then we scored them based on overall engagement, originality of theme, originality of mechanics, and then an overall rating. I think those were the main ideas. Yeah, it's break time. And thank you to everyone who woke up super early to tune in to this. I appreciate that very, very much. I know this is a very early time for people in the Pacific time zone. Okay, see you, Valiant. Thanks so much for popping in. Appreciate it. Could you include that? Sorry, Dwayne. What do you mean by could I include that as a contrast it against TTS? Do you mean like contrast Tabletopia versus TTS or? Yeah, oh, there. That's a good point. That if you're subscribed to BGA, like you have the premium subscription, you get to see stats of the players across many of a game's scoring mechanisms, and you can see where luck really affects the game and such. That's a really good point. I started to do that at Castles of Burgundy because I was losing games, and I was like, I should probably pay more attention to where I'm losing the most points, and so I can see sort of in which areas I'm losing the most points and where I'm losing the game. And so to have those stats are really interesting. Yeah, Larry, that's very interesting that you said that. So Larry said player elimination, but the eliminated players can still affect the game somehow. That's literally a comment that I put in one of the games today, I think. Was, yeah, like it was a player elimination game. It was fast paced, so it already had that going for it. But my comment was, is there some way that the eliminated players can still be involved in the game? So that's cool that we had the same thought. Oh, Ball Guy's always up early. Okay, well that's great that this works for you then. Oh, so there's very little agency in Uno No Mercy. There's no agency, or the agency is taken from you at random, and I do not like that at all. No, me either. That's when you're on like the complete end of the luck / uncertainty spectrum. That's not very fun. You're not really participating at that point. Designing small would be an interesting topic. Oh, no worries. Designing small, like designing like small, like micro games kind of idea, like mint tin games or like 9-card games, 18-card games, like that kind of thing. Just FYI, if that interests you, the contest of the week that I'm including in the newsletter is a 9-card micro game on BGG, which could be fun to participate in. Oh, thanks, Corthan. I'm glad you enjoy these streams and they help motivate you to work on your own games. That's awesome. I love hearing that. This is Puffin's normal work time, not just stay here for the next 8 to 9 hours. Don't know if I can do that. Maybe I'll do a marathon stream one day. My friend Joe did that. I don't know if Joe's watching, but Joe did a 40-hour stream for his 40th birthday. I don't know how he did that. No worries, Dwayne. So you're thinking from a gameplay perspective how BGA compares to TTS. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, they're very different because BGA automates pretty much everything. And TTS, you can have some automation, but you have to obviously create that yourself. Although I guess people make mods in TTS for people to play. I actually haven't really ever done that. I only playtest on Tabletop Simulator. If you don't know what TTS is, it's a program on Steam that a lot of designers use to make digital prototypes of their board games. But then also, yeah, people make digital versions of published games and then play them on there. But yeah, I haven't really done that, so I can't really say. But yeah, I guess you could probably automate a lot of stuff on TTS as well. But yeah, I don't really use it in that way, so I couldn't really speak too much on that. Okay, let's take a break. Let me put up the break sign here. Break time. Break time, back in 5. So let's stretch. move around a little bit, and then we'll get back to an hour of work. All right. I will see you momentarily. dokie. I have put another hour up on the clock. This is what I will be doing. I still need to send the newsletter. If I send it before the hour is up, I will work on and hopefully finish making this digital prototype for a party game I'm working on. Feel free to share in the chat what you would like to get done in the next hour. Okay, ready? Here we go. 1 hour. Good luck. Oh, whoops, I was muted. I was saying that yeah, the time this time always flies by so quickly, Ball Guy. But thanks so much for hanging out. And yeah, I hope you have a great day too. I am just going to just make a couple more announcements, and I can just also chat just for a little bit longer. Then I have to go to bed. It's 11:30 at night for me. But so I will not be able to stream for at least the next 2 weeks. My friend is visiting me from Canada, so I will be like offline for when she's here. So, and then after that, I am going to be like traveling around quite a bit more and to more sort of remote areas. So I just don't know what the Wi-Fi situation is going to be like. So yeah, I just 2 weeks, or possibly I might just wait until I'm back in Canada for when I stream next, which I know is, not ideal, but yeah, I'll try to stream again as soon as I can. With that said, I will still be publishing videos as often as possible. I have my next 2 lined up. I recorded my one for this Sunday already, and I'm really excited about it. It's an interview with a very established designer, a full-time indie designer. So it was a really great conversation, and I'm very excited to share it with you. That will be this Sunday, and then I have another conversation with another very cool, successful indie game designer. So I will have at least those 2 published edited videos to publish for you on Sundays. And then, yeah, I have some other ideas as well for what I can do while I'm still traveling. But as far as streaming, I mean, we saw how many issues I had with this Wi-Fi here and with the Wi-Fi in Da Nang, and it was both great Wi-Fi. I think part of it was my settings, which this stream seems to be pretty fine, but I just don't know what the Wi-Fi situation will be like after that. Anyway, just letting you know that, yeah, the streaming schedule might be a little interrupted the next few weeks and possibly the next month till when I'm back. I'm going back to Vancouver mid-March for Terminal CityCon, so anyone who is going to that, please say hi if you see me. That'd be super fun, and hopefully we can play a game. I will be meeting with my members. I need to send something out about that, but I'll have a meetup with my members there, which should be fun. But I am flying back to Vancouver mid-March for Terminal CityCon, and then I'll be back in Canada. And then it'll just be easier to stream and stuff after that. Yeah, and just the other thing I wanted to mention is that my game Blob Party was just announced that there's an expansion coming out, like a more stuff expansion, so it just has more categories, it has more words and stuff, and it's something that I worked on last year, and I finished it, quite a while ago, so it's just nice for it to finally be public. You can talk about it. I did pin it in both of the chats on YouTube and Twitch. If you want to check it out and pre-order it, that's cool. I'm stoked with the new categories I came up with and the new words. There's 25 new categories, 100 new words. So it's just a ton more stuff, because I definitely heard the people who played Blob Party and stuff and commented about it on BGG, just about they just wish there were more words and more categories. So I totally get it. And so I wanted to put in as many new words and as many new categories as possible while still keeping the quality up. So I think I came up with 35 categories, and I brought that down to 25. And I believe I came up with almost 200 words, and I brought that down to 100. So, and I tested them all individually with the base game as well, so that if you use the expansion with the base game, which will give you even more categories and words, like infinite combinations, I wanted to make sure that they all kind of work together. So I literally would go down, I had them all printed out, or written out or whatever, printed out, and I would just go one word at a time and go through all of the categories, make sure I could see I can see something with that for all of them. So yeah, anyway, I'm really stoked about that. Oh yeah, but just speaking of Twitch, I guess I spoke about Twitch, like, I can't remember. I was saying that I shared the link in both chats, and I mentioned Twitch. So, mentioning Twitch, I'm 4 followers away from 50 followers on Twitch, and apparently I become an affiliate if I do that, which means Twitch will have to pay me something for these streams, which would be nice, but it would just be a cool milestone. So let me just share. Let me just share my link here to my Twitch channel over on YouTube. So if anyone in YouTube land would like to help me get to 50 followers, that'd be very, very cool. I'm at 46. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone who joined today. I hope you had fun. I hope you got some stuff done. I really enjoy these co-working streams, so I'm definitely going to miss doing them for the next little bit, but I'll get back to them as soon as possible. But thanks, Ball Guy. Thanks, Dwayne and John and Derek and Larry. And Valiant was here for a bit. Yeah, I appreciate everyone who woke up early to join for this. I think I got everyone on YouTube. Marco was here for a bit. Ian. Marcus. Yeah. And then over on Twitch, thank you to Puffin. Oh, why is it not letting me scroll up? Don't worry. I remember, but the chat's being weird and it's not letting me scroll up. I guess because I navigated away and now I'm back and it won't let me see the whole chat. That's annoying. But it was Corthane, Puffin. I think that was it on Twitch. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting you over on Twitch. It's not letting me scroll up. But Puffin and Corthane, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic day. And yeah, be my friend on Board Game Arena so we can play games. I'm Pam Jam, double M's on both. Okay, I'm out of here. Thanks everyone so much for joining. Hope you have a great day. Later.